Well, my name is Alva.
And I'm Aideen. Aideen Fitzpatrick.
It's been sponsored by Donegal County Council, and the artist in residence is Seema, who is Canadian. And the idea really behind the project is to highlight globalisation and the greenhouse emissions and how there's such a strong link between greenhouse emissions and industry. And I suppose we're in the middle of a huge recession here in Ireland, and you can see, I'm sure you've noticed cycling around the country, how many premises are closed up. And even in Carndonagh, in such a small space, there's an awful lot of empty premises. So one of the main events of the project really was a spin-in where we took local wool, local fleece from local sheep, which was really donated to us by local farmers because they don't actually get any money for their fleece. They maybe get €2 per fleece or something. So they gave us a load of fleece, and we did some spinning workshops where we learned to spin using mainly drop spindles, so quite small drop spindles. So we were all doing that individually, and then we had a couple of local spinning wheels made locally here in Carndonagh and one spinning wheel from New Zealand. So we learned to spin the wool from its raw fleece into something that you can actually knit with. And on the day of the spinning, we all sat outside and did our spinning in front of the empty premises,
windows,
the empty shops, to kind of highlight what's happening at the moment. And the next phase of the project is to knit socks, because it's a very visual representation of our carbon footprint. So today is about a knitting workshop. So everybody who's come along today is here to learn how to make socks. So we've had every age range. We had people in here earlier this afternoon I should say, who would be in retirement age and who would be quite keen, experienced knitters. But they've never this is a 2-needle knitting workshop. Normally people make socks on 3 or 4 needles. So we've had people from every age and of all sorts of experience. So the 2 girls that are here today, Echo and Kira, have never had knitting needles. Well, you have had knitting needles, but you've never been able to knit before.
Yeah.
And they're, what age are you girls?
We're about 13.
13. So you can see as 2 13-year-olds, they've picked it up much quicker.
Much quicker than me.
No, you're doing good.
I'm making mistakes here.
Well, they picked it up really quickly. Well, for me, I'm a keen knitter. I'm not an artist at all, but I do love to knit. I spoke to a friend of mine who had recently done another craft workshop, and she's saying that it turned very serious very quickly. So I think for us, everybody coming in here today has to be relaxed and has to enjoy it. It's not about the product, it's about the process. So it really doesn't matter. I was saying to the girls, it doesn't matter if you only have one sock at Christmas time. If you have a sock at Christmas time, that's absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
It's definitely social.
Just what's important is the process.
Yeah.
So, and the process should be fun and fun.
Well, for me, it's about getting involved with what's going on as well. Like, my gran taught me how to knit when I was a little girl, and in Donegal, she's dead now, and my mum wouldn't be as good a knitter, and I do think it's a skill that I think that's really cool to take wool from a sheep and see it all the way through. It's fascinating. Yeah. Like, I mean, before the spinning workshops, I didn't even really realise how you just pull the fleece. That's all you do.
It's really simple.
It's really like, you're kidding. You know, I thought there was some big process involving machines or something a bit more mysterious than just tugging at wool, and that's all it is. Like, you know, and then I told my granddad, he's still in Kilmanny, and he says, oh God, when we were younger and you couldn't afford to buy wool, you used to run around and pull it off the fence, and that's how they made their clothes. And you're like, wouldn't even occur to you now. You think, you know, you'd think you had nothing if you were just collecting lumps of wool off the fence. It's actually really nice wool, you know. So you can even go around and find it for free all over the countryside, like, you know.
There's something else we were saying about the knitting, like the hand knit product at the end. Nobody can pay for this because it's just hours of love and attention and care, but also hours and hours, you know. And the thing about the hand spun wool is that where would you get it? You know, most of what we buy in the shops is synthetic, and it's not very pleasant to wear. Whereas hand spun, you know, hand washed, hand carded, hand knit wool from Donegal is just
feels
going to be
completely different.
it's an absolute luxury to have.
And you would never throw it away. If you manage to make a jumper eventually, you would keep it forever. Like,
which you will do.
And I think that's about the value as well. Clothes are so disposable now. Sure, you buy clothes, people go through their wardrobe a couple of times a year, throw it all out again, buy it all in again. It's ridiculous, and it's all, you really have to think about where it's made. It's made somewhere where somebody didn't get paid for it properly. You know, it's you know where it came from if you do it yourself.